Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial. Today we got a lot of stuff going on. We're going to be making a column. We're using lights, and we're going to go and show you how to use high float as well as glitter. It's going to be a good one. Stay tuned right after this. Okay, we're back, and like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff today. Let me go down the material list for you. We're going to be using a Lumi pedestal, okay? It has this little topper that comes with it. These are, you don't have to use these. You could use a regular balloon stand if you like. I like them because they're clear, and for this design it gives it a good effect. Or you could skip the pedestal altogether and use helium. Like always, everything I'm going to explain here is going to be in the description area below, so when I talk about the lights and the pedestals and everything like that, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about down below. So, we got a Lumi pedestal. We're going to need a brick because we're going to attach that Lumi pedestal to the brick. We're using 5-inch round Qualitex balloons. We're going to be using hip bay lights. Okay, these are lights that are going to go inside the balloons. We're using a balloon light string. And then we're also going to go ahead and use glitter, high float. You'll need a funnel, okay, you can get these at the dollar store, or you can probably roll up a newspaper or something like that, get creative, but I'm using a funnel to make it a lot easier. And then we're going to be using a 36-inch round clear balloon. And that's about it. Oh, and then we're going to use some Gorilla Tape, because that's how we're going to attach our pedestal to the brick. Okay, so, I'm not even sure how to do that. It's pretty self-explanatory. You're just going to take your brick, you take your Lumi pedestal, you're going to put it on top of the brick, and then you're going to wrap it using Gorilla Tape around, okay? See if you can see that. Once you do it nice and tight, that's all you'll need. It's going to stay. This Gorilla Tape is awesome, okay? So that's all you need, just two nice pieces of tape. You wrap it around the brick, and then also go to the dollar store and make sure you cover your brick with some tablecloth, depending on what color you're using. I'm using pink, so you want to get a pink tablecloth and cover the brick. Okay. Once you have that set up, that's your base. Now we're going to start adding some balloons. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start adding I've wrapped the base with my pink tablecloth, and I'm going to start on the bottom of the base. What we're going to do is make two quads, and the way you make two quads is by pulling two balloons up together, you tie them together to make a duplet, and then you marry them together. But before we do that, I want to add the lights. So we're going to take our hip bay lights. These lights, I've used them in other videos, are amazing. They have a little switch over here. They last for 2 or 3 days. So if you need to go back to a job, or if you do it for a home party, you can always just shut them off and save them, put them in your drawer, and reuse them. They're really bright. So these are hip bay lights. Like I said, just check out the description area for them. But we're going to put, for every quad, we're going to use 2 lights. So for every 4 balloons, you're going to use 2 lights. Anyway, let's go ahead and attach it. The way you do it is just stick each balloon, you just stick the light inside the balloon, and the way you do that, just put it on, roll the nozzle on top, and then just pull it through. Once it's right in the neck area, you can go ahead and, even right there, you can pull it down, or just put it on the pump, and each one of these balloons is going to get 5 pumps. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to burp it a little bit, and tie it. Now if you look, one thing that you don't want to forget to do, which I just did here, is make sure that you, on the side of each light, there's a little switch. You hit to the left and put the light on. I don't know if you can see that light in there. Okay, so we're going to do that, 2 for each. We're going to have, every other balloon is going to get a light. We're going to make 2 duplets, and we're going to make 2 quads. So I'll show you that right now. Okay, once you have all your balloons filled with your lights, you're going to have 2 balloons, you're going to have a light in each duplet, okay? So you have 1 duplet with lights, 1 duplet without lights. We're going to go ahead and marry them together to make a quad, and then we're going to go ahead and attach to the pole. Just make sure that the lights are in the 2 balloons here. There's going to be a light here, a light here. And what you're going to do is open up your quad, stick it on, and then rotate this balloon and this balloon, so you'll have a light, no light, light, no light. Down, and then we're going to go do the same exact thing for the top part. When you do your second quad, just make sure you don't want to keep your balloons here. You want to, when the end result should be this balloon balloon nestling in between the balloons below. Okay. Push that down, and the same thing. I'm going to have light, no light, light, no light. Once you have that, we're going to make 2 more quads, and we're going to attach them right to the top part here. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just put 2 more quads, the same way we did down here, right on the top. Okay, so you're going to make sure you have the lights incorporated in these balloons as well. Make our doublets. Alright, the first one we're going to put down right around here. Okay, that's about 4 inches down. And do the same thing. You just stick it around the pole and rotate them. Don't worry if it gets a little wacky, that'll straighten out when we put the other one on top. So we make our other second quad. We're going to put that right on top of the first one. Rotate those two, and making sure that the top quad nestles in between the ones below it. And all we got to do is push them together. And then adjust. Can't really see on your side. There we go. Once you have that, if you can see here, I'm leaving about this much space from where I tied the balloons to the top. You don't want to put this quad completely on the top. You want to have that little bit of room so we can add our topper. Okay. So once you have that all straightened out, we're going to go ahead and make the topper. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start our topper, and what we're going to use is this high float. If you're not familiar with high float, this stuff is awesome, okay? This basically will extend the float time up to like 5-10 times. I'm going to show you, if you check out my Facebook at facebook.com/theamazingballoonguy, I'll go ahead and put down there, if you put in 11-inch balloon normally lasts like anywhere from 5 to 9 hours. We're using the high float, it can last up to a week or more. So check out that, I'll show you all the different float times. But the other nice thing about the high float, it actually becomes sticky. So that's what we're going to use this for, is to make the inside sticky so we can attach the glitter to make a nice glitter balloon. So we'll go ahead and when you buy the high float, you'll have little pins, and it has different sizes, so you know exactly how much high float to put in. This we're using the 36-inch balloon, and we're not using helium, we're using regular air. So we just need about 1 pump should be okay. So we're going to stick that nozzle all the way up, you put it in there, and then you do 1 pump. Okay. And then all you got to do is spread it around, okay? So you're going to go just make sure you get every nook and cranny gets spread around. And you can tell when you get a little bit of friction, you know there's no high float there. So you just move the balloon around and make sure it's all evenly coated. Avoid getting it in the neck. Okay, so once you have all your high float spread around evenly, we're going to go ahead and just put a little bit of air in it just to make sure it's not sticking together. Okay, then we just take our balloon, you just stick it onto your funnel here. Try to get rid of as much neck as possible so the glitter doesn't stick on the sides, even though it's not that important. So I'm just going to roll it up a little bit here. Okay. And once you have that, all you got to do is, I'm just making sure that that's sticking together, the sides. Take some glitter, and a little goes a long way. Don't make the mistake of putting too much glitter in there because it'll definitely kind of mess up the effect. So you just got to put a little bit of glitter in there. And then you can take that off, blow it up, and then just shake it around. Okay, then take a look, see how much you got on there, and then we're going to do that again. You can do that a couple times, going a little bit at a time until you fill it up. Alright, so we'll go ahead and just stick that in there again. And add a little bit more. And then we mix it around as well. You can go ahead and spread it around in the balloon, like so. Okay, once you have that done, we're going to blow it up and then add it to the top. Once you have your glitter the way you want it, you make sure there's enough in there, you're going to go ahead and you can always do a test too by blowing it up a little bit. And look at making sure that you have enough glitter on your balloon. I believe there's enough, so I'm just going to go ahead and inflate it all the way. probably around 20, 25 inches, okay? You can eye it up and make sure it's the size that you like. I think this is good. Anything bigger is going to kind of make the centerpiece or the column a little bit too big, okay? So once you blow that up there, you're just going to go ahead and tie it off. Okay, so once you have your topper tied, we're just going to go ahead and attach a 260 to it, and that's going to help us attach this to the top of our centerpiece. So you go ahead and put it right on top, and then all you're going to do is pull down the 260 and wrap it around the other end. Make sure you tie it off, and then we're just going to go ahead and fix it. Okay. Now, once you have your topper on, we're going to take our balloon string. Alright, this thing's really cool. It has a few different settings. If you hit it once, you get it flashing, and then it flashes even faster if you hit it twice, and the third time it's solid, okay? Use any one that you like. I'm going to go ahead and, there's a couple of different ways you can dress this up. You can go ahead and just stick it on the top here, and then have it dangling down, okay? Or you could just do it, you could wrap it, okay? And that's what I'm going to do right now, is just go ahead and wrap it. Wrap it all the way around, and then just stick it right on the bottom. Alright, then we just gotta make last minute adjustments. I'm gonna have to come in the front to make sure everything is straight. And there is our lighted glitter centerpiece. This is great for baby showers. Now, what's kind of cool, neat too, I'm just going to dim the lights. I have all the lights on now, so it's hard to see the true effect, but if you put this in any sort of dim room, or if you're going to be going to you have an event at a restaurant or a venue, this thing is light up amazing. It looks cool. Hope you like it. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.